I had that gym, you know, and that gym taught me a discipline. It taught me sacrifice, and it just taught me how to trust my decisions, you know? And when I started trusting my decisions, I started seeing changes that I was in control of.
I was more focused on, okay, this is the turning point in my life, is really what I want to do. I started pursuing, like, what my passion I learned was weightlifting.
You know, there's no secret. There's no secret. You know, there's no secret. The secret lies within you. So I can tell people how I train. I can tell them what I eat and all these things. That's the boring part, you know? Anybody can train and eat, but what's driving you to do what you do in life?
The fucking mindset of like getting up every day and pushing yourself. I mean, there was times where I almost passed out training because lunging with, 225 in the back of the parking lot, and it's 120 degrees on the pavement. So I'm going to do it. And that was my mindset.
Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Kill me. Squeeze it. Squeeze.
If we went in the gym, we trained hard. We were in the floor every single day. I'm willing to endure the pain for the results.
I always tell everyone it wasn't about the body, it was about the mind at first.
Everything's it's mental, more than physical. If you're out of the game mentally, then you're out of it physically. So I just try to stay mentally up.
Work ethic, and a lot of today's society lacks that, that blue collar shit that you don't hear about anymore.
Understand what it is that I need to do today to have a better tomorrow, and that's how I've always moved forward and been able to make decisions and get to where I'm at today. Whatever the world throws at me, I'm willing to take on the challenge. If it brings me down, if it builds me up, I'm still going to stand my ground. But when you express that and people feel that and they see it around you, then people grow from it.
Yeah, that's kind of actually why I came here.
Okay, yeah. Today's a beautiful day, one of those euphoric ass days.
It's a fucking chest day, baby. That's what's so special about it.
And a classic Trent's Win chest day at that, actually.
The sets are hard when you mentally have to be fully prepared for a warm-up. It's immensely heavy. You have to stay so tight. And even just after these warm-ups, I get off it and I'm like, I feel that whole pressure through my body. I don't know how Ronnie did it. I really don't. I don't know how he was as strong as he was and the volume he did. I can see the getting as strong as he was, 100%. But carrying the amount of weight and the volume he did on top of it. So a lot of people will just see the muscle and just think, yeah, wow, that was incredible. And obviously it was unbelievable. But what went into that is so much even more fucking mind-blowing to me. That's why we want to see that again. We won't see that again because being able to produce that much stimulus, that much volume, and all of it. I've been wanting to box this off for ages. And it's funny because this is the reason why I'm so fatigued, because I'm really fucking fatigued and I'll come in and I'll do this fucking anyway. And that's the difference of whether you want something or not. If you want it, you won't entertain these excuses. You just won't. Because when it comes to crunch time, do you know where my fatigue is right now? Zero, non-existent. I don't give a fuck. What I give a fuck about is whether I get this or not. Just like the deadlift. Don't give any chances to do this. That was heavy.
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift no heavy ass weight.
I believe training to be the be-all and end-all of bodybuilding. And after training for such a long period of time, I have settled on the notion that there is huge inter-individuality to our training needs. So at one point, my needs will be different to my needs at another time. So although I will say at this point in my life I'm training this way and that is the best for me now, that is not necessarily the best for me at a previous point or the future. And equally, my needs are different to your needs. And that's the most important part to understand when it comes to training into individuality, that our needs are so different. So when someone asks the question, what is the best training? There is absolutely no best. There is no best for you, there is no best for me, and our needs change on a timeline. I want to make sure that you guys are fully armed with all of the information possible to make the best decisions possible for training.
I believe that beneath them, there is something even more precious than these. They are driven to pursue it, and they pursue it solely for their own sake, no other.
Their dream?
One man's dream can hold dominion over the entire world, or one who dedicates his life to the forging of a single soul. While many can pursue their dreams in solitude, other dreams are like great storms blowing hundreds, even thousands of dreams apart in their wake. Dreams breathe life into men and can cage them in suffering. Men live and die by their dreams, but long after they've been abandoned, they still smolder deep in men's hearts. My dream is already smeared with blood. I don't regret, I don't feel guilty, but I'd rather sacrifice myself than watch any more innocent children die in the name of my dream. Heart and soul, protecting
Tell your sister you've arrived.
I left the sport because I was just tired of trying, tired of getting second place. I got second at the Olympia 4 times, runner-up, 2 Mr. Olympia. And just being that close, you're kind of like, man, how many times, this is going to keep happening before you really say, you know what, they're just not going to give it to me.
Henry and I agree. We don't see his picture in the paper anymore.
He, quit.
Why?
Wanted to try other things.
He'll be back, right?
I don't know.
He got upset and carried this bitterness and carried this anger with him everywhere he went. And I think that's one of the reasons that caused him to die.
I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride. Even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most.
Yeah, so I have just few words. I should probably made this before the training, but I didn't know that I was gonna make a video and the light's turning off. And I don't know how to turn it on. Give me a second. I'll fix it somehow. Well, it's back on. Okay, so I just want to say that I had a lot of fun with today's leg training. I noticed one thing, that on the leg presses I was using all of my toes, then pressing with the heels, so I definitely need to fix that because it can turn into a little bad habit. And yeah, I'm super tired. I cannot wait to get home and finally eat something. And yeah, I'll probably record something that I'm gonna eat, and tomorrow will be a rest day. Everybody's asleep, so I need to be quiet, but I have my after workout carbs prepared, and look at this. Oop. Some broccoli, ton of chicken,